Hey guys, boys and girls, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to yet another Sister Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue the fight between Bisu and Larva. This is ASL S20 Quarterfinal number 4. Very exciting, but I feel like Larva is feeling the heat. He doesn't have what it takes to defeat Bisu today. And Bisu is not a schlop like Best, even though, granted, to be completely fair, Soma is the number 2 ranked player by Elo board today, so not like Larva, who is actually nowhere to be found on the ELO ranking, which I shall show you right now to confirm my point. Here are the top 10 Broodwar players today, and here are the stats for the players in the round of 8 and on the second quarterfinal bracket. Bisu Larva is around 1329 for Bisu, and Larva 1242. So even though they have about even, or rather Larva has a slightly much, that guy on the right is really cute. Lava's got a slightly better win rate, but his absolute elo scores is worse. So I think overall Bisu should still be advantage. The map is going to be Metropolis, 4-player map. Bisu located at top left in the red color, and Larva located at the bottom left in the blue color. Bisu coming up with a gateway opening. Bisu very comfortable with gateway opening. 9 pool, right? Or wait, what is this called? Is this 9 pool or over pool? I think this is 9 pool. No, I think it's over pool. Sorry guys, sorry Jury Sensei, you've been teaching me these things, but I have not learned, I've not reviewed my homework. Sorry. I'm just an amateur caster, what do I know? If you feel like you should desubscribe to this channel, please do it right now, because I'm about to reach 2,000 subscribers and that is a disgrace. I don't want to reach 2,000 subscribers. If you are listening to this message broadcasted by Namkraft, please desubscribe right now. Click the desubscribe button and click the video description to find a link in the video description to go and buy me coffee and just make me feel a bit better after you desubscribe. Buy me coffee. That is what I want. So if you want to make me happy, don't subscribe. Just buy coffee. $1 helps, $2 help. Repeated payment of $1 is best. Repeat it for the rest of your life. $1 per month. $12 a year for Namkraft. A lost boy from Vietnam with no family. He's just a little boy from a poor family. Halabush, Starcraft, whatever. Anyway, Zelle coming across the map here from Bisu, opening very nice. And what is Larva's plan? Not sure what Larva is thinking right now. We shall see. 4 Zergs coming across the map. This is very tense. The Zealot is returning. I think this is a very tough situation for Larva. Larva need to pay attention now. What is this probe doing coming inside of Larva's bay and looking at everything? Bisu, you are such a noob, man. You need to pay attention. Alright. 2 Zealot engaging outside of the front door. 4 Zerglings. This is not bad. I like this. Need to add a bit of MSG to the fight, man. Alright. Looks like there's going to be a hatchery coming down at the 6 o'clock position. And so far, I like this positioning from Larva, but Bisu is also showing that he's not a schlub. By the way, if you know whose impression I'm using or saying, please leave a comment. I was just trying to copy a very famous person on the internet. If you know it, props to you. If you don't know it, hiya. Anyways, this probe is coming back now, and Bisu is going to try to come out, and he was going to make a core. I think core. No, it's going to be going for forge. Interesting. Why a forge? Why forge? Just be a little bit more ballsy. You're leading. Go for core, man. Anyways, 3 hatcheries are coming down. So this game looks a little bit like 3 hatch hydras. It could very well be 3 hatch hydras. On this map, I think you can put a cannon on the high ground. Why not? I think in this spawning position, Bisu can put a cannon right here. And it will cover for the forge. I think. I'm not so sure. But anyways, Bisu is thinking about putting another cannon. He has not seen Zerling with speed. So he's going to try to delay it as much as possible. And the fact is that Larva is only chasing the probe. Okay, now he's chasing with the 4 Zerlings. I was thinking that, he's just chasing with 4 Zerlings, so there's no need to actually go out there. And you can see Bisu's very confident in his ability to micro. He's gonna use his Zealot to bait the Zerlings, and he gets a Zerling in exchange for... okay, what are these drones doing? Oh my god! The probe gets sniped. 3 drones will stop on the ramp here, but that was a nice information advantage. And there's the Hydra dent. Or not, I don't know. More Zerlings are coming across the map. Now Bisu knows that there's a large presence of Zerlings. He's gonna have to make a decision to back up a little bit and play the long game. And there's the Stargate. The first cannon comes down. I like the fact that Bisu was able to get away with a very late cannon. Some other Protoss player would panic and put out a cannon right away after the forge was over. But where's the additional tech? Okay, 4 hatchery before tech. What is this build? Can Jury Sensei or any other sensei tell me what is the advantage of this 4 hatchery before tech build from Zerg? I guess he will make a Hydrant next, and he's gonna try to just not lose any overlords, right? That is possibly the plan. On the side of the map, Bisu is going very standard, Corsairs instead of a Dune. There's a Hydrant, so 4 hatchery into Hydrant. Yeah, this Bisu guy is so cocky. He's walking across the map with a single Zealot. But he gets surrounded now. Possibly he's gonna come up with the rest of the Zealot, and he might have just enough to stop the enemy. And both the players are just microing their heart out, not losing any units unnecessary, especially Bisu. There's the first Corsairs, and it looks like Bisu has not yet started upgrading on the +1 weapons of the Corsairs. He just, okay, he cancelled the gas and go for a cannon. Interesting. How the hell does he have this premonition to know that he needs to actually put some additional cannons at the front door? Just instinctively there, but there's finally going to be Lair. But this is a little bit of a late Hydrant, so, you know, I'm not so sure if the Corsairs, you can see the cannons are actually needed that early. But he will arrive and he see the Hydrant with the first Hydras. You need to check the main. He checked the main, he sees the 4th hatcheries, and he has seen that drones are morphing. He sees that drones are morphing. He might cancel one of his cannons. Why not? I think canceling the cannon might be okay. But he will leave it because I guess he want to keep the upgrades to the forge uninterrupted. And Monge was going to try to come down, and Bisu has stopped making the courses. He's not upgrading the +1 weapons. You need to go on and snipe this Overlord right now. We're seeing the courses returning. So this first Overlord will fall. And I think Larva is purposefully letting it die because he doesn't have any Hydras in the area. He's going to be just waiting for his 5 Hydras to kick in, but he's got Lair as well. As for Bisu, I don't see Templar Archive yet, so I'm not so sure if Dark Templar is on the way or not. Zealot gets surrounded, Bisu needs to pull back, and he does pull back correctly. Look at how good the Zergling micro from Larva, not losing any single Zergling this entire game. He's been keeping all of them alive, and you know how cheap and completely useless and wasteless the Zerglings' lives are. But anyways, Bisu with his double Corsair will check around looking for openings. He's gonna try to snipe on the Overlord. The Hydras have gonna try to return on the high ground, and with that, Bisu's gonna back up. There's gonna be an engagement against the 6 o'clock position. There are several Hydras. Zealots have kicked in with +1. So Bisu's gonna try to snipe some Zergling. That was the first Zergling casualty, and Bisu's gonna move on the high ground. He's not engaging. What is he doing? That hesitation, that procrastination, that reluctance from Bisu cost him 1 Zealot, but now he's streaming through, but reinforcement from the left side. Bisu needs to get the perfect angle to actually catch the Hydras. Now the angle is in Lava's favor. Bisu will kill a few more Hydras, and he needs to back up. Drones are coming towards here. Bisu's gonna try to snipe the drone. He gets a few drones destroyed. He will get most of the drone destroyed. Bisu is microing very nicely here, using some of the Zealots on the Hydras and using some of the Zealots on the drones here. Only 3 Zerglings remaining, but he's done immense damage, and now he gets all of the drones sniped. Most of the drones are gone anyways. He will get another one, and with that, this attack really paid off. But there's gonna be the next attack coming from Larva because he's now up in supply. I mean, not really up in supply, but up in armies. And these 5 Zealots gonna try to go for surround. Some of these Hydras are surrounded from before, so they are gonna die very, very quickly. But Bisu's gonna be very, very careful. Keep in mind that behind this, Bisu is running out of armies. His armies are kind of slowly dwindling out, so you need to be very, very careful. And Larva is also trading Hydras inefficiently here. And more Hydras get surrounded. Bisu gets a lot of forces destroyed. He comes in and surround. He might get a few more hits on those Hydras. There are no lurkers in sight. And Bisu has decided it's going to be an all-in Zealot or what, because look at the map. He's sending so many Zealot across. He's saying, you know, I'm the king of micro. I'm the king of multitasking. So let me take you on with just Zealot. He has channeled the energy from Reach in this game. And by the way, if you are a fan of Reach, go ahead and check out that game between Reach and Nada that I have casted about a few days ago. Go ahead and check it out. And a few more drones getting sniped. And it looks like the drone count for Larva is terrible. Bisu is slowly getting the edge. Finally, this last Zealot will die after a lot of arduous fights from the Hydras, and now Larva is gonna finally stabilizing. What are those Overlords doing? Is there gonna be a drop? Is it a Hydra drop or something, or just for scouting? Anyway, Zealots will surround from both sides here. Sandwich, upon sandwich, and I told you my favorite sandwich is BJL. What is it? BJL or BJT? I think it's BJT. My favorite sandwich is BJT. Bacon, jam, and tomato. So delicious. And we just witnessed one of those sandwiches, and now those Zealots gonna back up. And will Bisu make something else besides Zealot? And finally, he has made something that caused gas on the ground, and that was a Dark Templar. Overlords, I don't. Okay, they have speed. Excuse me, Zelle have Overlords have speed. I think he's gonna try to engage on this right side and wait for the Hydras to come out, and he would dive in with a Dark Templar. Not a bad idea. He's gonna surround the Dark Templar. Attacks at 6 o'clock position. Asks Zelle attack this space, and very smart idea. But look at how fast is the reaction from Larva, and how fast is the reaction from Bisu. He pulls the Dark Templar back. These are gonna start to trade worse and worse over time, and Bisu is not leading that much in supply. He's killing a few drones. Yep, he's killing a few drones, but it might not be enough. He gets a few more drones on this left side here, but now Bisu is only leaving about 5 supply, but his high templar count is getting up here. He's got a few high, he's got about 3 or 4 high templars. There's going to be some core upgrade for the Dragoon range. And of course, Larva is also fearing from moving out. He doesn't want to get flanked by the Dark Templar, but he's got a sizable amount of Hydras. I think Storm is done. If Bisu forgets to upgrade Storm this game, I will shoot myself in the face. Or rather, I would, say that I would shoot myself in the face. But anyways, Zella's going to back up here. And I guess that Forge will serve no more purpose. Looks like there's a Storm and a little bit of a clumsy engagement from Larva, losing a couple of Hydras. This Dark Templar roaming around, still looking for those openings, and they will meet those Hydras. And let's see how fast is the reaction from Bisu. He need to react, and he does react to not lose that Dark Templar. I mean, that Dark Templar is one of his lifelines on the right hemisphere. But anyways, the game is going to still go on. We don't see the Spire at all from Larva, and actually Bisu is not checking. You don't remember that game between Best and Soma, where Soma keeps switching into Spire. This game, are we seeing a Spire? I don't see it. Larva is not playing Spire, and it might be a mistake. This game, I think going for Spire would be a great switch here. Because Bisu is not going to be going for anything else but this one single Corsair. But anyways, Larva is not content, just trying to get up on a new base, and Bisu is going to come out with a mid-game push once again with +1 weapons and +1 armor. Larva is going to just look around here, and we might have a surround on this left side. It's going to be a small engagement. Bisu is going to be losing at least 1 Dragoons or maybe a Zealot. There's once again, the Corsair is doing very good because, and you can see how good is the micro and multitasking for Bisu compared to other Protoss players, even Snow. Bisu is doing so many things at the same time, and he's not losing any units. Just like in that one game on Polestar where Bisu kept a lone Corsair out in the open field behind enemy lines for like 5 minutes. This Corsair again is still running around. Of course, this game there's no Scourges, so this game is a bit easier to manage that Corsair, but in that other game on Polestar was insane. Anyways, Carapace 0 +1 weapons for the Hydras. And Protoss once again just still on 1-1. Finally, we have the 6th saturate. And do we have a Lurker drop? A Lurker drop might be expected. It's going to be a sandwich here. It looks like Larva took the wrong side of the stick. There's going to be a drop or something. And it's going to be a lot of Overlords looking for these drops here. And a base trade. Oh my god. If Bisu takes an expansion right now, he's going to be in a much better position. But he doesn't have an expansion. And he's not yet engaging. His observers are not in the right locations. There's some forces coming out. And I think Bisu has seen it. Bisu has seen this attack. And he's going to engage. He's going to say, you know what? I have a few cannons. I will invite you to my base. Just a few Zealots remain, and Lurkers will eat up all of those cannons. And where's the Robo? Zealots are coming out. Bisu is going to return or what? The Robo will fall very quickly. There's going to be a base trade. If the Robo was in the main base, it would be a different story. But the Robo is not in the main base. You need to save his Observer as much as possible. There's going to be a storm to clear some of the forces. Keep in mind the Lurkers could still get mobbed there. The Observer need to pull back. And there's a Lurker hack. Bisu's not destroying the Lurker hack. He's going to be losing this game. He doesn't destroy the Lurker hack right now. And there's going to be a storm on one of those Lurkers. Bisu need to go on high ground. There's going to be some forces returning. Lurkers will eat up all of those forces. Zealot trying to get on high ground here. And where's the Observer? There's a Robo, but there's the first Observer. The Observer will be alive. There's going to be a few more storms. He casts a good storm. A second good storm. Keep in mind the Hydra is gone. So no more Lurkers. No more Hydras. Whatever Lurkers Larva's get is what he's got here. But the Lurkers are within reach of the probe. They probably need to save themselves because Bisu can still possibly go somewhere else on this map. I'm not so sure, but Lurkers are within reach of a lot of things. And Bisu is going to go this high ground. Keep in mind the Larva is going to be down to 1 basis, but he's going to be executing every single day. The Hydra to get remade, which means more Lurkers will get remade. He needs to save his forces. Okay, the Observer has returned, guys. Bisu is slowly clearing out his main base. He's going to have some storms ready. He didn't pay attention. He gets 1 Lurker. He's going to be, his probe count is 0. Bisu's got like 0 probes. Zerlin's getting made here. Bisu's gonna lose. I mean, Bisu need to make sure he can kill these forces as much as possible. There's gonna be some Dragoons being attacked, and there's gonna be no storm. First storm is great. He still have enough energy for another storm. Need to pay attention. This is gonna get on high ground. A lot of stuff is gonna get made. Bisu has saved both of his bases, but he's got very few drones remaining. He's gonna pull back. He can do 1 more storm. He's gonna be waiting. 73, 74, 75. The storm on the Dragoons will be great. He's gonna storm the drones. Go over the drone. Dragoons need to pull back. He gets most of the drone destroyed, and now he can easily destroy the spawning pool as well as other forces. That's the storm and morphing into Archon. So this main base of Larva is gone. But Bisu's got how many probes? He's got 3 probes. What about drop? Does Larva have drop technology? That's the question I want to ask you, because now the drone's mining rate is a lot better for Larva than it is for Bisu. Bisu got 3 probes. He's forgotten to actually go and actually mine. Anyways, it's gonna be some Zerlings coming in here. There are a few probes. Of course, Larva's gonna try to target probes here. Probes are returning and waiting on high ground. There could be an attack on one of the high templars. He's trying to cast a storm. He kills his own probe. That's fine. I think Bisu should just main from the main base. Do not mine out here. These probes are getting attacked, and it looks like there's drop. There is drop technology. There's going to be a lurker drop. Bisu need to actually keep one of his observer at home and trade. There's going to be a lurker trying to come out here. Bisu is clear out Lava's main base. And there's a switch to Spire. Very smart play from Lava. Very smart play from Lava. What is Bisu's plan? He's going to return with the rest of the Frost because he doesn't need to keep them. There's going to be no way that Bisu can attack this base at the 6 o'clock. It's going to be impossible. Just try to stay alive. There's going to be an observer to see here. Does he have Storm? Doesn't have Storm. Observer gets sniped. The observer gets sniped. Bisu's got very few because his robo is gone, right? I think his robo tick is gone. And one more probe gets sniped here, but Bisu's gonna get it. This time he's got an Archon. Zelle's gonna try to go to it. I think all of the lurkers are dead. Bisu will come out. The observer is able to see it. Dragoon to get on high ground. And I think Bisu has seen that Spire. If he can actually get out of the sunken before the sky comes alive, it might be something. The drones are coming across from up. The Archon is still alive. They're going to some great shot, and the Archon is dead now. There are 6 or 7 drones remaining. A few Sunkens are coming. A single Sunken. There's going to be some forces moving from this other side. Bisu's going to try to side the Overlord. Nicely done. He's attacking. Very few drones remaining. He might want to try to snipe the Spire. And now we're going to be having 6 Hydras versus 6 Dragoons here. 4 Dragoons remaining. Bisu's putting the weak Dragoons back. Not bad. Nice micro from Bisu. Very few forces remaining from Larva. Is he making mutants? Doesn't have enough money to make anything. And there's a lurker attacking his expansion. What an insane game. This game get at least 3 stars. That's a 4-star for me. Bisu has very few drones remaining. He's still making some drones. He's going to have to snipe the Spire. Now once the Spire is gone, the game is going to be a little bit much simpler. He go for the attack on the Hydras. He get the Sunken. Once the Sunken is down, even if there's Mutualist, it's going to be not a problem at all. He's going to try to kill all of the Hydras, but only 2 Dragoons remaining. Only 1 Dragoon remaining. Falls that out. 1 Dragoon is going to get sniped. Only few more forces remaining, and Bisu has triumphed. Larva will type GG, and you need to buy me coffee right now because the game was freaking insane. 4-star for me. I'm going to put this game in the list of best game for this year. Larva's evaluating the situation, but it's going to be completely hopeless. Nice game for Bisu. 3-1. The score is tied up. I mean, not really tied up, but led up. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.